This is Chaz Witherspoon and you're watching Guard Your Grill Boxing. So, guard your grill.
Machiavellian is Illuminati, all through your body. The blows like a 12-gauge shot. Feel me?
Welcome back to Guard Your Grill Boxing. It's your man Sleek.
Co-train.
Got another special guest.
Gotta
My
tell
man
you
Chaz
that we
Witherspoon.
don't
We're in the heart of Philadelphia at Johan's Gym. And Chaz is preparing for a fight January 5th. Who you fighting, Chaz?
I'm fighting a guy named Kendrick Relaford.
Okay.
Out of Texas, Fort Worth, Texas.
Okay.
Something like that.
And that's going to be on the fall.
Paulie Malignaggi on the card, and actually Glenn Johnson's on that card also.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you have it. So, and you know, those who don't know, and maybe you do know, Chaz is related to another great Philadelphia fighter, and that's Tim Witherspoon. So, Chaz, you want to tell us a little bit how you got involved in boxing? Was it a family thing, or just something you just picked up on your own?
Actually, I went to St. Joe's, attended St. Joe's on academic scholarship. I was supposed to play basketball, and when I took a realistic look at basketball, it wasn't like the NBA was in my future. I probably could have played overseas or did something like that.
I don't even want to cut you off, but the people, see, because there's a lot of misconceptions about boxers and athletes, especially African American athletes. You didn't go to St. Joe's on a basketball scholarship. You went to St. Joe's on what?
Academic scholarship. Yeah.
Okay, I just wanted y'all to
and I wanted to make
key
sure
in
my
on that.
grades. I wanted to make sure my grades were going to be okay my freshman year and everything, so I didn't go out for the team. And I said, well, what can I get into to stay in shape and see what else I could do with my athletic ability? And boxing naturally jumped to mind because of Tim. And when I came into the gym, started training, I actually picked up things really quick. I made the Olympic team as the alternate a year and 10 months into my career.
That's right.
And then 2 months later, I won the National Golden Gloves. And I won that by all five fights were by stoppage, and that was the first time that was ever done in history. That's when all the promoters and the managers, that's when everybody came out the woodwork. So I actually stuck with boxing because I was good. I was blessed to be good at it.
That's what's up.
So, Chaz, currently, right now, are you with a promotion company? Are you?
I just got with Lou DiBella. I'm with Lou DiBella. So I'm with Lou out of New York.
Shout out to Lou DiBella. That's my peoples right there. Lou's a good dude.
Don't close the gym, Lou. That was Fight Club.
Yeah, that's from Lou. So we just did an interview with Eddie Chambers. As you know, he's fighting Alexander Bekian on January 26th. And I was just mentioning, you know, how Eddie is a well, humble, grounded young man like yourself. You know, how does that, you know, do you think that your personality might hinder you as far as, like, you know, getting notoriety? Because it seems nowadays that the rah-rah, you know, off-center type personality sells in sports in general. So how do you think personality-wise, as far as notoriety, you think that might clash?
Well, as far as notoriety is concerned, I'm not too much concerned with that. It's more so about being a role model to the kids and letting kids see that you can be a professional athlete and still be a genuinely good individual. You know, I have 3 sons. They're all under 2. They're right in a row, boop, boop, boop. They're real young, but I'm going to be a good individual for them. I'm going to be a good example for them. I really don't care about being an extremist, because extremists always get notoriety. If you're all the way to the left or to the right wing, they're going to show that. If you're doing good or doing bad, they'll show that. But people in the middle, they tend to, you know, the radar, they fly under the radar. And I don't worry about that. People who know me, and once the public gets to know me, they'll see. I'm going to appeal more so to parents with children who want their children to look at an athlete who did both, had school, had the academic side and the athletic side, and that's what I appeal to. So, I mean, I really don't worry about appealing to people who like drama. If you want somebody who's going to give you a bunch of drama, I'm sorry. I'm not that guy.
You need to tune into the Dallas Cowboys if they weren't that. Right?
Yeah.
Shout out to the Eagles. I know it's a bad year, but we'll worry about that. So, Chaz, take us to the 08. What's your plans? We know we got January 5th. What are your plans as far as, like, trying to rise up into the contentions of, you know, possibly challenging some of the, you know, the top 10 fighters and maybe challenging for a title?
Well, we have about a year and a half to 2-year plan for that. Right now, I'm trying to gain as much experience as possible. I've been boxing 5 years and some change now, so it's not like I've been doing it that long. You have some people who've been professional longer than I've been boxing my whole career.
Right.
You know, and you know, people have been doing 13, 14, 15 years. You know, so I'm trying to get as much experience as possible. I'm not trying to rush anything, only because in boxing, as soon as you lose one time, all of a sudden you're nobody, and you never was any good, and all of that. So I'm trying to take my time, learn as much as possible, and they're telling me I'm going to have a TV fight sometime in March, and they're going to give me a step-up fight sometime soon. Sometime in 08, I'm going to get a step-up fight, and then we'll start progressing it after that. So right now, we're just taking it slow, choosing our steps pretty carefully, and just trying to gain the knowledge. Once I get the knowledge, I'll fight whoever you put me in front of. It doesn't matter.
Okay. Well, you with the right company now, Lou DiBello. We put some phenomenal fight cards. I was at the Jermaine Taylor card and the Andre Berto and Kelly Pallett. So the cards you can be on proven point right there. I was asking Eddie, you know, the heavyweight belt used to be the most prestigious belt in boxing. And, you know, most recently that kind of simmered off. You know, all the hype is in the lighter divisions, and rightfully so, because some of the quality opponents that's up there in the heavyweight. I asked Eddie this, and I'm gonna ask you this: do you think you got that flavor to bring the beat back to the heavyweight division?
Me, myself, personally?
Well, not just you yourself personally, but can you be a part of the construction?
Definitely. I definitely believe I could be a part of the construction because I'm somebody, I come to fight. I'm not somebody who's just going to dance around the whole time. I'm going to throw punches. That's one of the things that actually helps me is I have a pretty good work ethic, and I make the people fight. And so I think I can definitely be a component of it. I think you need other factors, though. You need other people to fight to make good fights. Right. If there's nobody up there for you to fight, and you're just the one dominant figure, then you know it's going to be a boring division. But I definitely believe that I can be a component in that. But it takes more than one person. But we have a pretty good class coming up, I believe. There's some names out there.
Kevin Johnson.
Kevin Johnson, definitely so.
Atlanta.
Eddie, Chris Arreola. Right. Yeah. So you have some names. You still have Malik Scott out of Philly.
Malik Scott. He's still undefeated. That's right.
And you know, so some people out there.
All right, man, well, we ain't gonna hold you up.
Yeah, Chaz, you answered kind of a question I was going to ask about your style. For the people who don't really, they're not familiar, you know, with worldwide on the internet, Guar Your Grill Boxing. The people need to know the particular style you bring in. You say you usually press action, and then the second part of it, you sparred with some pretty popular heavyweights as well. So if you want to tell the people who you have experience dealing with and that you're pretty battle tested.
Oh, Vladimir Klitschko was a really nice guy, by the way. Him and Emmanuel Stewart. They run a tight camp, run a tight ship. Tony the Tiger, Tony Thompson, Tony the Tiger out of Washington, D.C. He runs a good camp. He's a good guy. And just recently I helped USS Cunningham, Steve Cunningham, get ready for the fight that he's fighting over in, I believe it's Germany. So I've been around a little bit.
That's what's up. All right, man. Well, good luck on your future endeavors. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thank y'all for having me.
Yes, you think us right before the fight, you know, how are you preparing? What are you listening to? And take us through the mind state. You know, are you thinking about, you know, the possibility of death, or it doesn't cross your mind? Like far as, you know, some fighters, sometimes they say they may think about it, or they just block everything out. And, you know, what are you listening to when you actually step into the ring?
Well, listen, I was trying to listen to a little fast-paced rap, some R&B in there, you know what I mean? When I'm in the room getting ready. Okay. Whatever relaxes my mind or gets me amped or whatever to get ready for a fight.
Right.
I mean, whatever, that's necessary. I like having music in my room. But as far as thinking of, you know, death and things like that going on, I mean, of course it crosses your mind, but never in the dressing room before a fight. I'm not thinking about death. I'm thinking about, man, I got to win. You know, and how good I'm going to look in winning. You know what I mean? It's never. I mean, I ain't going to say never, I mean, because some guys probably think of that stuff and they get nervous and they really worry. You know, maybe my first fight, I was thinking about things like that, because one punch can do it, you know. But when you really get down to it, you just really want to get in there and look good and do whatever it takes to win. And that's how it goes.
So do you taste it?
And new. Hey, almost every day I hear that in my head. Like, is it Michael Buffer or is it Jimmy Lennon going to be saying it? It doesn't matter.
It don't even matter.
It don't even matter as long as it's said. You know what I mean? I think about that every day. Like I try to tell my people and my team, my dad, my family. You don't seem like you show. You know, that's what a lot of people think. And they see me out and, you know, coming. But I can't. That's all I think about is training, getting work done, doing what I got to do to get this goal, because it's important.